Boshi. Looks like a Yoshi, but he's got some chains on his ankles, a spiked collar around his neck. He also has sunglasses on. He was actually a rival to Yoshi. He only appeared in Super Mario RPG. Here's a PAL block. This is based off of the Super Mario Brothers 2 PAL block. Okay, we have Karibo's shoe, or also known as Goomba in a shoe. He appeared in Super Mario Brothers 3, World 5, Level 3. And Mario would hit him underneath, knocking him out, and you could actually ride in the shoe. And it was only in that one world. I thought it was pretty cool. We haven't seen Karibo's shoe in any other Mario title. This is Mouser from Super Mario Brothers 2. You'll notice he has a bomb in his hand. He hurls bombs at our heroes, gives them a hard time. I looked at artwork from a Nintendo Power, really, to get the look for him. The bombs originally in Super Mario Bros. 2 were purple for some reason, so that's what that is. That's a purple bomb. I know it looks like a grape or a plum, but it's a bomb. Here is Dry Bones. The first appearance was in Super Mario Bros. 3, and he's been in a couple games since. But this Dry Bones is based off of his look from Super Mario World. Here we have Morton Jr., one of Bowser's Koopalings. I based him off of the Super Mario World appearance. All the Koopalings I base off their Super Mario World appearance, because I like their look much better in that series than Super Mario Bros. 3. It's not really fair to say that, because Super Mario Bros. 3 was their first appearance, but they looked much better and much more menacing in Super Mario World. Even the boss battles were a lot more inventive. Some of them, at least. But anyway, that's Morton. And his name's Morton Jr., so interestingly, that would mean that Bowser's real name would have to be Morton by default if this is his Koopaling. So I figured out a little while ago that Bowser's full name would be King Morton Bowser Koopa Sr. Koopa, of course, being his last name, Bowser being what we refer to in America as, but I'm assuming Bowser is actually a middle name or a possible nickname, because we know now that his first name would have to be Morton. He's a king, and if this is Morton Jr., he's a senior. So Bowser's official name right now would be King Morton Bowser Koopa Sr. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, or if you have any evidence to disprove me, but that's what I'm going with. Same with Princess Peach. She's referred to as Peach in America. She's Princess Toadstool in Japan, so her official title is Princess Peach Toadstool. Although, ironically, with her, they call her a princess, but seeing as how you never see her parents, you would think that she's the next successor in line. With her being the only royal blood in the kingdom, she would actually be a queen. So she should be a queen and not a princess, but I'm not going to get into that because it's Miyamoto's decision to keep her as a princess, and I don't think that Queen Peach Toadstool has quite the same ring to it. So it's Princess Peach Toadstool. This is Roy, yet another menacing Koopaling. This is his Super Mario World appearance. This is a Mecha Koopa. Mecha Koopas appeared in Super Mario World, their first appearance. They're little miniature robots that Bowser had created, and he would hurl those out of the Koopa Clown Copter in hopes of taking Mario out. However, Mario would stomp these on the head, pick them up, chuck them in Bowser's face, and that's how you would overcome the boss battle fight in Super Mario World. This is one of the bats called Swoopers. As you guys can tell, I really loved Super Mario World a lot. I know there's some stuff from Super Mario Bros. 3 in here too, but Super Mario World was a major impact on my childhood. Okay, now this is back when I was making currency found in video games. This is actually the DK coin. This appeared in Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. There was these giant DK coins, and you had to go on a quest to collect as many in the levels as you could. And at the end of the game, without giving too much away, you were in competition with Mario, Yoshi, and Link, and your job was to find more DK coins than them to prove to Cranky that you were a worthy hero of Donkey Kong Island. So I hope I didn't really spoil that too much for you younger players out there. You veteran players will remember. This is supposed to be the red star coin found in Mario 64. When I made this was from a nickel. I took Sculpty clay and put it on a life-size nickel and scaled it to be the size of a nickel. And then cut a little star pattern into it. I think I did it for all the different currencies. I scaled the gold coins to be the size of a penny. Here's the blue coins. This is a gray coin. I remember it being in a Wario game. Here's the Super Mario Brothers 2 heart. They had little hearts that would float by and you would grab them and it would restore your health. Some of you veteran players should be able to recognize this. This is actually the Fire Snake. First appearance, Super Mario Bros. 3. He's in World 2 in the first level, and he's been in the new Super Mario Bros. Game, so even a lot of you newer players out there should recognize him. This is Tulip. It appeared in Yoshi's Island. What you would do with Tulip is you'd have to throw a Yoshi egg into him. And if it successfully landed in the center, all the leaves would close up and it would start spinning little stars. And the purpose for the stars was to add to your overall counter. If you play the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. So here's Yoshi. He was made back in, I think, 99 or 2000. One of my friends actually made him. And he was a completely different color. My friend didn't really have accurate colors to make him look good. So he asked me to use my colors to go over what he originally created. I just wanted to give credit where credit's due. There you go, Matik. This is a capsule. This is from the original Smash Brothers game. It was purple and gray. It had items inside. I know a lot of you Smash players will recognize it. This is Chargin' Chuck, Super Mario World. I tried to detail him as best as I could based off of what I had. You'll notice a Koopa Troopa who plays football. Actually, based off of his shell and his facial features, I'm assuming he might be like a Hammer brother or possibly a Sledge brother that took up football. And it appears as though their colors are orange and green. I remember I studied the Super Mario World guide for hours to get him to look like this. This is a record. It's from Paper Mario. There's a sequence in the game where you have to collect a record in order to do a special feature, which I'm not going to tell you guys what the record does because I don't want to spoil it for you. This is Spike from Super Mario Bros. 3. And he's also in newer Mario games, for those of you who don't know who he is. He is a penguin with blue spiky hair. And he throws a spiked ball at you. So the name of him is very appropriate. How he's a penguin, I have no idea, but I looked it up on the internet and they claim he's a green penguin with blue hair that hurls spiked balls at you. This is a bomb from Mario Kart. What would happen is you would race in a Mario Kart event, and if you lost, you would see first, second, and third place, and then your car would drive away, and this little teeny bomb, it would follow your cart and blow you up. You could even play as this thing. I think if you lost in a multiplayer competition and you were the losing cart, you could be the little bomb and you could go around and blow up other people's cart. This is Torpedo Ted, and he was an underwater torpedo in the Bullet Bill family, but not a Bullet Bill. My friends asked me for years if this was a Bullet Bill or a Banzai Bill, and I had to inform them that it was in fact Torpedo Ted, and most people had no idea who Torpedo Ted is because he was only in one level and it was hidden. It had a secret exit to get to called Soda Lake. You couldn't save it once you beat it. That's all the history I know on Torpedo Ted. I'm sure every Mario Kart fan will instantly recognize this. This is the infamous blue shell that if you were in first place, the player would send it out after your cart. It would come up from behind, knock you off course, and if you were unfortunate, put you all the way in 8th place. They're a pain in the neck. I despise them. Every racer despises them because they're cheap. You would win first place if they didn't exist. On the other hand, they do help you win if you're in last place, but it's a very cheap way of winning, and so either way, I'm just not a fan of blue shells. Even if they cause you to win, you can't really feel like you won because they're just cheap. So this is a Thwimp. Thwimp's first appearance was in Super Mario World. For you younger players out there, I don't want you to confuse this with a thwomp. It is not a thwomp. A thwimp is a thwomp, but it's a small version of a thwomp, and which, by the way, thwimps, without the TH, are wimps. And I think they are. They're little small versions of thwomps that can actually try to crush everything in their path, but they're very easy to dodge. They don't pose too much of a threat. They're just cool. No explanation needed. It's a one-up mushroom. Here's a Pokeball that I attempted to make. This is the shooting star item from Paper Mario. When you used it to make a bunch of shooting stars rain down upon your enemy's head and crush them. Well, later in the game, you had a shooting star attack, so you didn't even really need this item much later in the game. But I won't go into too much detail because you newer players need to discover this for yourself. I would say, you know, put down your Call of Duty and your Xbox controllers and all those new things and try your hands at these old, challenging, very fun games. To the rest of the fans, enjoy my flashbacks. Here's the P-Switch. This is the Super Mario World version. They come in a variety of colors. I know there's a gray one out there, but here's the blue one I made. So there you go. P-Switch turns enemies into coins or coins into blocks.